Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am Miss Hira Salim from Guards Public School 1. How are you all? I hope you all are fine. May Allah always keep you well and protect you from illness. Ameen. First of all, congratulations to you all for being promoted to the new secondary class. You all are welcome in class 6. As you all know that due to the current situation of coronavirus, we cannot conduct physical classes. But still you can take control on your learning as Guards Public Higher Secondary School has started online classes for you all.
Syllabus of first term, chapter number 1 sets, chapter number 2 GCD and LCM, chapter number 3 common fractions, chapter number 9 algebraic expression, chapter number 11 fundamental concepts of geometry, chapter number 12
In this chapter, you will study concept of a set, definition of a set, notation of a set, elements of a set, types of set, which includes finite sets, infinite sets, empty sets. Then representation of a set, which includes two methods, tabular form and descriptive form.
Let's have a look on these images. What do you think about them? We have a group of letters, a pile of books, a bunch of keys, a bunch of flowers, a group of numbers, and a group of shapes. The one thing that can be seen in common is that everything is in the form of group. Let's start with the definition of set. The definition of set is a set is a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. Now look at the underlined words in the definition. Collection means to gather or to collect. Well-defined and distinct means specified, briefly or clearly mentioned. So what we can understand by this? A set can be formed of anything that can be well defined or distinct. Let's take an example of set. A set of numbers from 1 to 10. See, here it is clearly mentioned that set will contain numbers from 1 to 10, and we can also list it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. So if it is clearly mentioned from 1 to 10, so we can easily write the digits from 1 to 10. Let's take another example. A set of all letters that come after U. Now here it is also clearly mentioned what you have to write, letters that comes after U, and that is V, W, X, Y and Z. Here it is also clearly mentioned that the letters after U, that is V, W, X, Y and Z. So how we can sum up? Collection of well-defined and distinct objects is called notation of a set. A set is usually denoted by capital letters of the alphabet. So we can use any letter of the alphabet from A to Z to represent a set. You can see in the example A in the circle is representing this set and is called notation. Elements of a set. Elements are usually represented by small letters of the alphabet. As we know that set is a collection of well-defined and distinct objects. So each object is called an element or a member of a set. Look at the example. Capital A is a set and small letter A, comma B, comma C, comma D are its members or elements.
There are three types of set: finite sets, infinite sets, empty sets. First of all, we will talk about finite set. A set having limited numbers of elements is called finite set. The number of elements of this set can be counted. It means that finite set has limited numbers and we can also count the number of elements. Look at example number 1. Write a set of vowels. As you all know that what are vowels, so you will write like this: A, capital A, that is your notation, is equals to curly bracket open A, E, I, O, U, curly bracket close. We can count the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 elements in this set. So this set can be a finite set. Another example is write a set of numbers from 1 to 10. We can write like this: capital B, that is your notation, is equals to curly bracket open 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, curly bracket close. We can count the elements. There are 10 elements, so this set can also be a finite set. Like this, planets in the solar system, colors of the rainbow can also be a finite set because it can be counted. The second type is infinite set. A set having unlimited numbers of elements is called an infinite set. The elements of this set cannot be counted. It means that infinite set is a set which has uncountable number of elements or infinite number of elements, and we cannot count the number of elements. Look at example number 1. Set of natural numbers. As you all know that natural numbers start from 1, but there is no ending limit given. So we will write like this: capital C, that is your notation, is equals to curly bracket open 1, comma 2, comma 3, comma 4, comma, then we will put dots and then curly bracket close. These dots represents that the set is infinite and the elements are uncountable. Now look at another example: set of all possible even numbers. Now as we know that even numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and so on. So we will write like this: capital B, that is your notation, is equals to curly bracket 2, comma 4, comma 6, comma 8, comma 10, comma, then we will put dots and then curly bracket close. Again these dots represents that the set is infinite and the elements are uncountable. The third type is empty set or null set. A set which contains no element is called an empty set or a null set. It is denoted by a symbol not. So it means a set which doesn't have any element falls in this category. For example, a set of birds having 4 legs. So as you all know that birds doesn't have 4 legs. Birds have only 2 legs. So we cannot find even a single element of this set. We can write this set by using only brackets, or we can also use symbol. Open your textbook page number 6, exercise 1.1. Question number 1. If A is equals to bracket 2 comma 4 bracket close, then state whether each of the following statements are true or false. Now set A has two elements 2 and 4. Now look part 1. 2 belongs to A. Look above. Set A has two elements 2 and 4. So 2 is an element of A, and here it is written 2 belongs to A. So this statement is true and we will write true. Look part 2. 3 not belongs to A. Now look above at the set A. Does it contain digit 3? No, it doesn't. And here it is written that 3 not belongs to A. So 3 is not an element of A. So this statement is also true and we will write true. Now look part 3. 4 belongs to A. Now look above at the set A. 4 is an element of set A. So this statement is also true and we will write true. Now look part 4. A is an empty set. As you can see that A has two elements, so it cannot be an empty set. So this statement is false and we will write false. Now look part 5. A is a finite set. As you can see that set A has two elements and we can count that there are two number of elements. So this statement is true and we will write true. Now look question number 2. If set A has 3 elements 1, 3 and 5 and set B has 2 elements 1 and 2, then fill in the blanks with the symbol belongs to or not belongs to. Now it is clear that set A has 3 elements 1, 3 and 5 and set B has 2 elements 1 and 2. We just have to fill in the blanks with these symbols. Now look part 1. 1 dash A. Now see the set A. 1 is present in this set. It means that 1 is a member of set A and it belongs to set A. So we will write a symbol of belongs to in the first blank. Now look part 2. 1 dash B. Now look at the set B. 1 is also present in this set. It means that 1 is a member of set B and it belongs to a set P. So a symbol of belongs to will be written in the blank 2. Now look at blank 3. 2 dash A. Now look at set A. 2 is not present in this set. It means that 2 not belongs to A. So, a symbol of not belongs to will be written in the blank 3. Now look, blank 4, 2 dash B. Now look, set B. 2 is present in this set. It means that 2 belongs to set B, and we will write a symbol of belongs to in the blank 4. Do practice of the rest of the blanks in the sheet by writing the symbols of belongs to or not belongs to. Sets are given above. Just look at the members of the set and write the symbols. Representation of a set. A set may be represented in two ways. The first one is the tabular method and the second one is the descriptive method. In tabular method, the members of the set are written within the brackets and they are separated from each other by commas. For example, set of natural numbers from 1 to 5 will be written as capital A is equals to bracket open 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 bracket close. As you can see that each member in the set is separated by commas. Sometimes it happens that it is not possible to write all the elements within the brackets. In such cases, we write first 3 or 4 members and then we will put few dots and then write the last member. For example, set of all natural numbers from 1 to 100. Now we cannot write all the members of this set, so we will write like this. Capital B is equals to bracket open 1 comma 2 comma 3 and then we will put dots and then write the last member, that is 100, and then we will close the bracket. And sometimes it happens that the last member of the set is not known. For example, set of the natural numbers. In such cases, we first write 3 or 4 elements and then put few dots within the brackets. So the set of natural numbers will be written as capital C is equals to bracket 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and then we will put dots and then close the bracket. In the descriptive method, we described a set in words. For example, we will take the same examples we have taken in the tabular form. See the first one. A is equals to set of natural number less than 6. So you will write the description of the set in words. Now look another example. B, set of all natural numbers up to 100. In this example, your ending limit is given 100, so you will write up to 100. Now see the last one. Set of all natural numbers. In this example, no ending limit is given, so we will write set of all natural numbers. So both the methods are in front of you. Compare the methods given in the table. Thus, a set can be written in the tabular form as well as the in descriptive form. In today's lecture, you have covered concept of a set, definition of a set, notation of a set, element of a set, which includes belongs to and not belongs to, type of a sets, which includes finite set, infinite set, and empty sets. Exercise 1.1, question number 1, 2. and representation of a set, which includes two methods, tabular form and descriptive form. Thanks for watching, and if you have any query regarding this lecture, you can ask on your WhatsApp group.